From the discussions at the G7 summit to meetings with global leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's European tour brought together diplomacy, business and the Indian diaspora. In Paris, Prime Minister Modi addressed the Indian community, thanking them for their continued support and recognizing their role in strengthening India's global connections. Speaking to a packed gathering at the Grand Community event, the Prime Minister reflected on his decade-long leadership journey while emphasizing India's rising global stature and the indispensable role of overseas Indians in strengthening Indo-French relations.
आज मैं ऐसे समय में फ्रांस आया हूं जब कुछ ही दिन पहले हमारी सरकार के 12 वर्ष पूरे हुए हैं। चुने हुए प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में निरंतर 12 साल तक देश की सेवा करना मेरे जीवन का बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य रहा है।
Highlighting India's transformation, Prime Minister Modi said the pace of development in the country has increased significantly over the last 12 years. He also spoke about India's expanding economic footprint, pointing to the rise in exports and the country's growing presence in global markets. The Diaspora address was the latest stop in a packed schedule of engagements in France. Before meeting the Indian community, Prime Minister Modi held bilateral discussions and attended the Viva Tech Summit in Paris, which is one of Europe's largest technology and startup gatherings. French President Emmanuel Macron also attended the summit, which focused on innovation, technology and entrepreneurship. Now, India showcased its growing startup ecosystem at the event, with the Ministry of External Affairs saying that the country will have the largest national pavilion at this year's edition. The Prime Minister also met leading French business leaders during his Paris visit. His discussions with Saint-Gobain chairman and CEO Benoît Bazin focused on green manufacturing, sustainable infrastructure and future investment opportunities. The meetings were aimed at boosting economic cooperation between India and France, especially in sectors linked to clean technology, innovation and long-term growth. Before his Paris engagements, Prime Minister Modi concluded his participation at the G7 summit in WION, where he held several bilateral meetings with world leaders. From talks with US President Donald Trump to discussions with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, the Prime Minister engaged with key partners on global challenges and areas of cooperation. Prime Minister Modi described the discussions as productive as India continued its diplomatic outreach at one of the world's most important international forums.